Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another edition of This Week in Kyrix. Today is Wednesday, April 12th of 2017. And, weather still matters on this version of my game. Gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna plant. I've got 2 corns, so that counts for something, I guess. Hi, kitty. So, yeah, things have happened. Up until earlier this week, I actually had some money. In fact, I had $30, which for me is a lot, especially in the middle of the month. And I'm thinking, oh great, we've got a booster draft coming up soon for HeroClix, and I can afford it. And I was wrong. Because my phone, which has been cracked for a while, and has been getting more cracked, especially near the bottom, finally took one tumble off the desk too many. God damn it. And when that happened, the bottom screen broke too. Because there's 2 screens in a touch phone. There's the top screen that you actually touch, and the bottom screen that's the actual screen. Well, that bottom screen finally went to hell as well. Because I was trying... The top screen was busted enough that it could still be touched in parts, but you needed a lot of pressure in others to get it to function, and I put too much pressure on it and broke the bottom screen. And it cost every cent I had, not even joking, to get it fixed. And that's only because I happened to have a spare phone that did not work to use for parts, where they basically dug the guts out of mine and put it in that other frame. Otherwise, it would have cost me $20 more than I had. God damn it, quit bumping the thing. So, yeah, I went from having a $30 surplus to basically being 57 cents short on the rent. Which, the roommate's like, that's no big deal. It's friggin' 2 quarters and so on, you know? He didn't care. Which was fortunate for me. You know, but yeah, I literally emptied my fucking banking account. My bank account just to, you know, make ends meet this month. So I would have loved to have had money, but I do not. It happens, you know. I did get a new video game, and that actually brings me to some news. For those who have been following my Metal Gear Saga Let's Play, I mentioned a couple times that I did not know whether or not Metal Gear Rising Revengeance would be one of the games I actually did. And now I know that, in fact, it will be. Let's go with 25. Shit, I bought 1 pumpkin too many. But anyway, Revengeance, now it will be for sure, because the other day my roommate sent me up to M&M Games saying, hey, can you go pick up this Tiger Woods game for me? And I'll buy you a game if it's under $10. And the only game they had that really appealed to me was that. And they did have... shit, there's a name for it. They did also have... There's my sound. Fuck, what's it called? They did have... Oh, by the way, there's a thing I can do now. They did also have... God damn it, Kyrix, finish the sentence. They did also have XCOM Enemy Within. There, I finished it. They had Enemy Within as well, but I opted not to get it because, A, I would have had to call and say, hey, can I get a game for $15 instead? And I may have mentioned it before, but XCOM Enemy Within has this horrible habit of crashing. And it turns out that's something built into the game itself due to an update. And I don't know that it's fixed. And one day I would like to own that game, but not right now. You know what I mean? This can go here. But, so yeah, I got Revengeance, and I'm like, well, fuck it, this is kind of a cool game. I guess. I don't fucking know. I've seen it played, but I've never played it myself. It looks very hacky slash. Well, it is very hacky slashy, but I don't think it will necessarily appeal to me. But fuck it, I got it. It's mine. I legitimately own it. Didn't cost me a penny, so I may as well complete the series, you know? And just like that, I've managed to acquire every fucking game in the Metal Gear series. With the notable exception of anything on the Vita. And, shit, what was the other thing? Metal Gear Solid 1. I don't own that either. I'll deal with grapes another time. Let's get these taken care of first. So, yeah, Revengeance is now on the list. It's a thing that will be accomplished. Speaking of on the list, I intend to work on FF2 very shortly. Hopefully tonight shortly. Of course, I've been saying that to myself for about 2 weeks now. Yeah, this is gonna be the day. This is the day I'm gonna fire up Final Fantasy and it's gonna be awesome. Brr. And I've been a liar every single one of those times. So yeah, that's a thing. I'll just keep these in the inventory for now, I guess. Well, no, I'll stick them all in here for now. But yeah, that's a thing. Revengeance is officially on the docket now, because I own it, so why not? I mean, why let it go to waste? HeroClix. HeroClix was a thing today. HeroClix was a shitty thing today. I did very poorly for myself. And I spent most of the day feeling like ass. So, that only improved matters. So, nothing really to mention. I came in dead last, and deservedly so. Was not one of my finer showings, and I'd rather not revisit it. So, we're just done talking about that for now. Been playing some Civ, as usual. Been playing a little bit of this here and there. Been working on my Ponies game, the Game Loft one. Just usual stuff, really. Reading a lot more of my Genghis Khan book. No good news from Wendy's yet. I still have to put in that Fresh Market app, or finish it. I'll probably do that tomorrow when I'm feeling more up to it. And then try and get a hold of the hiring manager and hope for the best. I will be putting in another one at Darien because they're hiring for people again. So why not throw my hat into the race? There's still Lowe's, there's still Home Depot. I don't hold out much hope for those because I can't speak for other parts of the country, but it seems like they would rather just have an empty spot in their hiring block than hire someone who's not perfect, which is fucking stupid to me, you know? I mean, this can go one of two ways, honestly. If they hire me and I turn out to be worthless, then within a week or so they'll know and they'll fire my ass. You know, they wasted a week, no big deal. Or I could turn out to be really good, and they took a chance and won. You know, just why? Why? You know? I hate the way it works, because I can't get a job because I have no work experience. I can't get any work experience because no one will hire me. No one will hire me because I have no work experience. How do you win? How do? I'm willing to work here. How do? You know? It just irks me beyond reason. You know, it just fucking does. that I'm in that kind of a situation where I can't do anything. There's nothing to do. I mean, I'm not at all remotely opposed to putting the fucking work in, but no one will give me the shot. And if I can't get the shot, how? You know? Someone's got to take a chance on me, and no one's willing to, so what the hell do I do? And it doesn't help that I absolutely refuse to fucking promote myself in any way, shape, or form with Patreon. Because I just don't like begging for money. So. Which kitty is that? I'm gonna guess Willow. I guessed correctly. Felt a kitty tail against my leg. It was Willow. So yeah, Final Fantasy II or Suikoden 2, one of the two, will be hopefully kicked into high gear relatively soon so that I can start making some kind of thing that resembles progress. Because progress is what I need. I need progress to live. Oh, we got some corn. Yay, corn. Corn, corn, corn. Corn is a thing that happens in the soil. Let me just take a look here. Do I have any kind of ores? No, I do not. I require ores with which to make the sprinklers that will make my life easier. Because I ain't about to spend money on that shit. One of the perks of this game is I'm absolutely not going to fuck with animals at all. I'm not going to have animals in this one because they're expensive and they require a lot of land and they require a lot of fucking investment in grass and shit, and I just don't want to deal with it. Really don't. Especially since, to my knowledge, there's no way to sell them so that when I get what I need I can just be done with them. And I don't want to let them die. Shit! Hit the ground running, why don't you? God damn. Give me that bug meat. But I am pretty optimistic all in all on the state of my channel. I mean, I'm rapidly approaching the point, recording-wise, where my channel is secure to the point where I don't need to worry about putting up programming. You know. Which is good, because that's the one fucking thing about my life right now that is secure. Because for all I know, I won't have an income in the next 6 months of any kind. Which, by the way, is bad. And, I don't like that potential. That potential scares the shit out of me. And if I were any worse at compartmentalizing, I would be a nervous, jittering wreck right now. But I'm really good at putting that shit on the back burner. So, yay me. Sad thing is, it would take absolutely nothing at all to get me to security if I just had a fucking job. Well, thanks for locking me in there. Oh, hi. I just wish I could get some sponsorships. That's not going to happen. I don't have anywhere near the kind of viewership that would do that. You know, just, hey, Audible.com. I do ads for Audible. I fucking used their product back when I could afford it. Oh, it must be midnight. It is midnight. Give me a moment here. I have a timer to tell me when it's midnight. So yeah, it's good to have my phone working again. That's a moment of security. Of course, it also exposed the fact that I'm a little vulnerable in that I have no phone numbers or any of that information written down anywhere else. So even if I did, for example, have one of the roommates let me use their phone, I still wouldn't have a way to contact anyone, you know? Short of going to their house and saying, hey, stuff. Speaking of stuff, gotta talk to my friend and find out when the barbecue's gonna be. As long as it's not the 22nd, because I think that's when Star Trek's gonna happen. Do not hold high hopes for winning that tournament, but I don't care, because I'm gonna have fun. Because I said so. Been eating mac and tuna all week. That's been good stuff. I'll probably get another fixins for that tomorrow. I don't have much left as far as money goes, but I could probably afford one more round of that shit. Especially the double, maybe. I'll see. Still gotta find some money for ramen, then I gotta make it through the rest of the month. It's very rare that I get this broke, though, where I have literally no money. I mean, if I were to pull up my bank account and show you a screenshot of it, which I would not do for very many reasons, but if I were, you would see literally $0.00. When I say I emptied that thing, I don't mean like usual, oh, I've got 17 cents. I mean, I got nothing. If you charged me a penny, I would fucking overdraft. Had a comic conversation again at the bookstore today. Basically going on all of my little tirades of why I don't like Batman villains. The gist of it being, I don't think that they do Batman any favors. That was fun. This thing's still too big, right? Nope, this is just right. Perfect. Oh, hi. I wish I could find more YouTubers to do stuff with, you know? And I'm not even talking about, oh, I want big YouTubers. I'm not necessarily looking to mooch off of someone else's fame, though I would not be opposed to it. Oh, Jesus, hi. No, I just want people to hang out and interact with, you know? I want to do stuff. Just the kind of person I am. I'm oddly sociable for a fucking whatever it is that I am. I can't even figure out if I'm an introvert or an extrovert. I'm just kind of a trovert, I guess. God, that's creepy. I wish I knew people who are animators, because I would love, and this has to do with my D&D Real idea, I would love to do an animated thing like Lost Tapes, but for D&D, you know? Where it's people in the D&D world running into supernatural creatures, like Lost Tapes or Lost Scrolls. Beholder. You know? I think that'd be so much fun. So, people in the non-existent comments section, would you watch Lost Scrolls? I sure would. I wish they had, like, a Lost Tapes, a real Lost Tapes series. Like, bring it back, but give it a fucking budget, because some of the monsters were garbage, you know? That's another thing, actually. I found like 4 or 5 new channels on cryptids. Cryptids being, you know, creatures that are possibly supernatural that may or may not exist, but science is kind of iffy on. Sasquatch, you know, the fucking Jersey Devil, that kind of shit. It's kind of weird. I make fun of my friend for his conspiracy theories, but I love learning about cryptids. So, we have our vices. But yeah, I've started looking at several of those channels, and some of them are more conspiracy-ish than others. Like, one channel was Ben Miller, who seems to really buy into it, instead of just, oh, this is kind of cool, kind of thing. You know, and there are a couple that he doesn't touch, like he doesn't really deal with Sasquatch and Nessie, just because, as he put it, so many people are getting that info, there's really nothing to say, you know. I watched Madame Macabre, which, she's kind of a creepy story, creepypasta channel with monster stuff, and a little bit of supernatural mixed in there. You know. I mean, honestly, I look at it this way. Whether you buy into it or not, it's still entertaining. Really, that's all I want out of it, is some entertainment, you know. Entertainment, education. See, and this is gonna sound bad, but it doesn't have to be true to be educational, you know. Like, you don't have to believe in Zeus to be educated on the Greek gods, that kind of thing. Where'd my copper go? I had a lot of copper. It's all gone now. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of stuff on cryptids. I'm just fascinated by it. It's fun to read about. I say read, their videos. It's fun to learn about, regardless of how. I might actually look up some cryptid books from the library. Do I buy into all that? No, not necessarily. I'm not opposed to the idea, necessarily. Because keep in mind, a century ago, gorillas were a cryptid. You know. So, it's not like we haven't discovered creatures that were unknown to science before. Of course, the real kicker is, to stop being unknown to science, they have to become known to science, meaning you actually have to fucking find one. Just because I think some of these creatures would be cool to have as real creatures, doesn't mean I'm willing to just jump straight to, these are real creatures. So, make of it what you will. Doesn't mean they're not fascinating to read about, or to watch TV about, or just to hear about, you know? But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun in the past couple days coming up with ideas for D&D Real. That's one of the things I would love to do, is when I say when instead of if, because it gives me hope. When I get a job and I can upgrade my computer and do all this fun shit I've been planning to do for the past, 5 years, but when I get a new job, when I get my new computer, when I can do this, when I can do that, when all this happens, I would love to live stream once a week D&D Real. Or if not live stream it, I'd love to fucking do a D&D Real campaign once a week. Get about 10, 20 episodes in or so and start putting them online, you know? And just show off the world that's forming in my head. Because there's some fun shit in there. You know, more so than usual. But, like, one of the things that's recently come to my mind is just the idea that not everyone's on the same level. Like, let's say you're starting out, you know, you might have... Your first enemies are going to be goblins. Goblins are kind of a low-tier creature. What if goblins used bronze weaponry? You know, that's the kind of thing that pops into my head, is goblins have bronze weaponry. They don't have access to iron at all, you know? So, naturally, that brings up the mindset of, well, what's the difference in-game between a bronze weapon and an iron one? And I spent about 2 days trying to figure that out, and I came up with the perfect-ish idea today while I was walking from the bookstore to Circle K to get a soda. And that being that, because I was also thinking, like, bronze armor. Well, naturally the first thing is, oh, well, bronze armor is going to have, like, a -1 or a -2 compared to, say, steel armor. Sounds good until you realize that that'll take the armor class below what, say, leather would get you. So why would you spend so much money on fucking bronze chain when you could get leather armor that did exactly the same thing for cheaper? So here's the compromise that came out. Let's choose a number here. Let's say that chainmail is armor class of +5, so that takes you to 15 normally. I don't remember if that's the thing, but let's say armor class is 5, so 15. 15 AC wearing chainmail. Your chain is iron chain, and the tiers are going to be bronze, iron, steel, and mithril, up until further notice. So you're wearing iron chain, and a goblin comes at you with a bronze scimitar. This bronze scimitar is going to be -1 to hit your iron chain, which means your armor class for that goblin is a 16 instead of a 15. Meanwhile, he's wearing bronze chainmail, and you've got an iron scimitar of your own. Well, he's going to have a 14 to your scimitar, and steel would be 1 up from that, and mithril 1 up from that. So it gives you benefits. Because and the other thing is, bronze is cheaper than steel. So let's say chainmail would normally cost 100 gold as steel being the base price. An iron one would cost 75, and a bronze one would cost, 50, whereas a mithril one, if you could even find it, would be 200. That kind of thing. And keep in mind, mine is a low money world, so to even get that much money, you would have to be really, really adventure-y, It's not the kind of thing you just, oh, I'm gonna escort this guy, and oh, look, here's 50 gold for everyone in the party. No. You're looking at like, oh, we're gonna escort this caravan, we're looking at like 5 copper a day per person kind of thing, The idea being that you would spend most of your first characters in poverty. Because you don't see, in RPGs, you don't see adventurers that are NPCs running around with plate mail and shit. And they're not loaded, because most adventurers are not heroic shit. They're just a bunch of schmucks who grew up together, or got together in a tavern, they fucking scraped together some weaponry, and they went out to fight goblins. And that's really what you are. And I've got some huge plans for D&D Real. It's just... See, my laptop's been kind of quirky on me, so while I would love to run it, I don't trust my battery. It's literally, if I come unplugged for a second, whole thing conks out, And all my books except the Player's Handbook are on here, and my own Player's Handbook is in tatters, so... you know. But I might see if one of the gaming stores would allow me to run it, the one that's near me. I mean, granted, it's a 45-minute bike ride, but it beats the hour-and-a-half bike ride for my other gaming store in Largo that I would have to pay. Well, no, I wouldn't have to pay to play, but people would have to pay to play with me. You know? I mean, I'm still hammering out a lot of shit for how D&D Real is going to work. And if you're interested in playing, I mean, I have Fantasy Grounds. I can't currently afford a license, and I'm still trying to rig up how it would even work. But I mean, if you're interested in, if you're listening to this, and you think D&D Real sounds like a really cool idea, fucking send me a message, leave a comment. I will get together, maybe we can hammer out how this shit can work. Because that's... D&D Real is a project I want to see to come to fruition. It's something that's stuck with me for the past year. I want it desperately to be a thing. And it has the potential to be really cool. Oh, can't really make what I need to make yet. But yeah, one of the things that I've been doing is making stone plates to kind of drift around and cover all my stuff. You know what? Maybe what's her name, Robin, has the recipe for me. I'll go hit her up and see if she's got that recipe. But yeah, one of the I used to just have all these things mishmashed together and try and, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Well, now I kind of, in my game, I have it cordoned off. So like, oh, this patch in this block of stone is all cranberries, and this one over here is all corn, and these little niners, this one's for pumpkins, and this one's for yams and shit. And it just makes it easier, because I can't accidentally put a yam seed in with the cranberries. Because I get real anal about that shit. And I know I said I'm going to play Final Fantasy soon, but after this I'm going to go back to my game because I'm having fun on my game. God, I wish I could fast forward in this game. I really do. Let's go up here and see if there's shit to break. Oh, there's shit to break, alright. Oh, I actually watched a G3 movie, A Very Minty Christmas, and I loved it. It's G3, so it's nowhere near the quality I'm used to, but Minty is the best. Minty is adorable, and so is Thistle. And the fact that they're voiced by Tabitha St. Germain is just a bonus, because I liked them before I found out that little tidbit. See, one of the things with me is, something that will often make me love a character is their voice. And Tabitha's really good with the voices. What is this? I'm gonna find out what that is. I'm gonna look that up. Because I want to know what the shit that thing's about. You know what? I'm gonna look it up now. Because this is something I might be able to deal with right now. Enjoy the pause screen while I go off to the Stardew Valley wiki. Do. Just bear with me, good friends. Ooh, that's a good scratch. Scratching my arm. Unfortunately, I scratched to the point where I bumped the nerve and made the whole arm tingle. Huh. That's something new GameFAQs is doing. The best year in gaming. I'm probably going to vote for As much as I love the 80s, I gotta vote for the Super Nintendo era stuff because, oh, still my favorite system in general. Okay. No. Yeah, apparently I can get the Junimos to do things. Okay. Oh, it happens on a specific day. The railroad day. Oh, that's the Witch's Swamp. Okay. Oh, so I can actually be in there when the train happens. And apparently when the train passes, sometimes I can get stuff that falls off it. So that's cool. But, yeah, that answers those questions. For now, at least. So let's go check out if she has that recipe for me. You got a recipe for me? Shop. Right there. Stone floor recipe. That's what I needed. This thing. It's 3 more than I wanted, but we'll run with that. Fuck it, let's make it 105. There we go. So yeah, this is something I use to just cordon off blocks area. In the wintertime, you'll see me setting this up a lot more. Just to fine-tune where shit goes. Also, this is really good for your sprinklers, because it sets up, hey, you can't accidentally... Shit, now I need to set this up, don't I? Whoops. And for now, this will just mark out my current. Later on, there will be more fields and more markings. But for now, this is it. And, we're gonna let this be a video, really. Nothing else for me to do, except go to bed. I've done what I can to. Good night, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.